Hello, my name is Ray O'Daniel, and in this video, I get to show you how we can start making $10,000, $12,000 per month reoccurring every single month by selling AI to small businesses, helping them run their business, save time, and increase their revenue. Pretty cool, pretty sweet. Now, AI is going to be a big topic. You probably heard about it. There's several different AI engines. I think Microsoft has their version called Copilot. Google has theirs called Gemini. Well, I'm not going to be using any of those. I'm actually going to be introducing you to a particular software platform called GoHighlevel. GoHighlevel has its own AI engines, and it also has what I call inputs and outputs to that particular engine. Now, what do I mean by that? That's going to be pretty important to help understand is whenever you're dealing with an AI or an AI engine is what I'd like to call it. One of the things that you have to understand is the AI engine by itself really doesn't do anything other than produce data output when you give it an input. So one of the things that you have to understand about the AI system, and one of the things I'm going to show you with regards to GoHighlevel, is all the inputs and outputs that small businesses have that basically allow customers to communicate with them. Because keep in mind, if you have a small business, customers can contact you on several different ways, can't they? They can contact you from maybe Facebook or Instagram. They can contact you from your website. They can maybe even text your main business phone number. There's multiple different ways a customer can contact you. And having an AI engine, you need these inputs from all of these different areas that customers can communicate with you, so you can be able to respond back to them on those same inputs and channels if you want to. I'll tell you what, without further ado, let's hop in and take a look at the GoHighlevel platform and some of the things that you can do there. Okay, well, right now, before we kind of hop into the platform, I do want to just show you, just real briefly break down some of the things that we're going to be talking about in the video today. The GoHighlevel platform has an engine that it uses, and the engine behind it is ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is made by OpenAI, and that's a company that actually has this particular AI engine, and the GoHighlevel platform does use the current 4-point-something version of that engine that's currently out. I know they were at 3.5 a few months ago, and then they finally switched over into the 4.0 engine once it became a little bit more stable. So that is the engine that we're going to be using throughout all the demonstrations in this particular video. So again, it's a really great engine. A lot of people are using it, and it works very well. So some of the other things that I want to sit back and make sure that you understand is how the GoHighlevel platform can reach some of these other inputs I kept trying to tell you about how customers communicate with the small business. Now, keep in mind, you're going to be selling this AI solution or packages. And by the way, please stay around to the very end after I give you a demonstration of all of these things and how AI works. And more specifically, how the AI system inside of the GoHighlevel platform works. I'm going to just show you how you can start building packages and how to start pricing these services and how you can start making money. Now, if you have not signed up for the GoHighlevel platform, I'm an affiliate of GoHighlevel, which means that if you use my link below, you will get a 30-day free trial, which is longer than the standard trial if you go to the website. The website only offers a 14-day trial, but because I'm an affiliate, they allow me to have a 30-day free trial, which means once you sign up, you can have 30 days to actually build this system out and actually get it ready and start getting customers before you even sit back and start having to pay for the software. So that's pretty great. So just please use the link in the description below to get signed up. So one of the things that I want to go over again here is just the inputs. So this right here, if you take a look at number 2 here, this is Google Business Profile. Now, right now, this may not seem like much here, but because the GoHighlevel platform can connect to businesses' Google Business Platform, and by the way, if the client or small business doesn't have one, that's another opportunity that we're not going to talk about on this one. I just want to bring it up that if they don't have a Google Business Profile, you can help them set that up and charge them for it, because they absolutely need to have that done in order for their business to show up on Google. Now, everybody pretty much has one if they're actually doing business because they realize how valuable this is. But one of the things that we're going to be talking about here with relating to Google Business Profile is reviews, getting Google reviews and being able to use AI to respond and communicate with those Google reviews so that the customers, or in this case, your clients, the small businesses, don't have to. So one of the other things that it does here is it connects to a Facebook business page. Now, most people actually have a Facebook business page if they're doing business, but what happens whenever a customer tries to communicate with them on Facebook? They may find their business page. Yeah, you might have all of your information. You might have some pictures and some projects that you've done on there. But right now, when somebody tries to message you, how often do small businesses really have time to sit back and check their Facebook Messenger in order to potentially answer the question for that potential customer and in a sense, convert that customer to an actual sale? Probably very little. So I'm going to show you how we do that here inside of that GoHighlevel platform, how that can be completely automated, meaning the customers, they've got no idea what's going on behind the scenes. The AI system is completely responding to all of these people on Facebook, even on Instagram. If you have an Instagram account that's connected to your business page, it does have to be connected to your account. But in that kind of case, it can respond to any Instagram DMs that you get and actually converse with those customers in real time. and using, again, the AI engine. We're going to talk about a little bit more about the AI engine, how you program it and things like that in this particular video as well. And then we've got things like the website chat widget, which means if you're on the website, there's a little piece of code, and I'm going to show you what that looks like, and we're going to be able to interact with it once we program the AI engine to show you how that works. That's going to be another thing, is the website. People can interact with you via the website. And then finally, probably one of the most important features, at least in my opinion, is what we call the missed call text back. Now, this right here, if you're not familiar with that, let me just quickly explain to you what that is. Say if a customer is calling a business, you go to Google and you look up a particular business, and that particular business, you give them a call, and you hopefully to ask them some questions, or maybe even to book an appointment. There's a statistic that says 60% of all calls that are made to a small business or calls that are left for a small business go unanswered. And keep in mind, you've probably done this yourself if you're a customer, or you tried to call people, you've left the messages and they've never called you back. Did you ever try to sit back and call them back again? Probably not. If they didn't get back to you, you probably went down to the next business on the list and hired somebody else. That's just the way things work. So rather than having this happen, the missed call text back feature allows the business, like whenever you call, you can set this up inside of Highlevel. I'm going to show you how easy this is to get set up. But whenever they call small business and they don't pick up, there's no answer, the GoHighlevel platform will send a text message directly back to that particular person because it already knows the phone number they're calling from. And what it does, it displays a message. Hey, I'm sorry we couldn't respond to you. How can we help you? And basically creates a text conversation. And then from this text conversation, this is where your AI engine can step in. So what does this mean in general? It means that small businesses will never have to miss phone calls ever again. They won't miss that potential revenue or that potential booking of that customer that's calling them, because the AI system can respond and communicate with them all during text messaging and actually book the appointment for them using the exact same process. Pretty cool. All right, so I'll tell you what, I just want to give you how the GoHighlevel platform works and some of these sort of connections or inputs, whatever you want to call them, to the AI engine, and how the AI engine can respond back on those same inputs. So perfect. So right now what we want to do is hop into the GoHighlevel platform. This is the platform, and the platform is really just a huge sales and marketing platform. But again, I'm not looking at explaining some of the other services. You can by all means sell more than just AI inside of the GoHighlevel platform. But again, that was for another video. Please check out my Making Money with GoHighlevel playlist that I have on this channel. It has a ton of videos with all the different kinds of services that you can do. But right now we're really focusing on AI and just the importance of AI and how you can just, if you wanted to, just sell that service with all of these connection points. So all of these, if small businesses have them, you can communicate or connect up to all of these connection points and now bring them all inside of the GoHighlevel platform, where it keeps track, automates, and responds automatically to your customers, even to the point where you can book appointments all without ever having to talk to them. So that's what we're looking about today. This is what I want to show you, and this is why I'm a little bit excited to show you this. Now, this right here, I'm going to be using an example today. This is a sort of a fake landscaping company that I've created. So inside of this fake landscaping company, what we're going to sit back and do is show you some of the ways that this particular platform can actually connect up and do all of these things that we just talked about here. One of the biggest things that we're going to do is if you come back here to the settings option and you scroll all the way down to the integrations area. Now, these integration area, this is the main area where you can connect your GoHighlevel account to all of these other third-party systems. Now, you don't have to be a coder. You don't have to know the ins and outs. You don't have to know what websites to try to connect to. They've made it very easy to sit back and just simply connect to these third-party systems. And right now, one of the ones we're going to start talking about is this Google account right here. Now, because this is a fake company here, there's only a limited amount of capabilities I can give it. I don't have a Google business profile set up for this particular fake company. We do not have a Facebook or an Instagram account set up to show you that connection points, but this is where you would connect them. And once you have them, then I'm going to show you some of the AI feature capabilities from using the website chat widget. We're going to use that widget as a way to interact with the AI engine. And then from there, once you see how the AI engine works, then at that point, that's the same way it would work on any of the other channels. So hopefully that's going to be good enough to at least give you the idea and understand of how you can start building out these packages. But simply, and this is your client now. When they get here, this would be your client business account set up inside of Highlevel. This is actually called a sub account. Now, inside of Highlevel, you can have unlimited sub accounts, which means you can have unlimited customers for as little as $497 a month. Now, that is the maximum plan. You can start out at a $97 plan, but all of these features are available on all of the plans that you can sign up for inside of Highlevel. I always recommend, if you're really going to be doing this as a business, you go for what they call the Agency Pro plan, which is a $497 that gives you all the bells, all the whistles, and everything that we talked about here and much more. So right now, this would be your client account, and you would just simply use their Gmail account, their business account, to sign into Google here. And they can even do this themselves. If you want to come up with some training, they can actually integrate and connect all of this stuff themselves. Or I just suggest using a Zoom call whenever you get them onboarded, and do this all during a Zoom call and have them log in and so forth. But you're going to sign into this Google account. You're going to sign, if you're using local ads, which we're not for this demonstration, but here's the Facebook and the Instagram connection. Once you have these connected, and once you have this Google account connected, now you've actually established the connection between, you've gotten number 2 done, number 3, and number 4 done. Okay, so these are the connection points that you have right here. You already got, once you get this done, you've got 2, 3, and 4 already connected. Perfect. So now let's go through and let's do the missed call text back. Let me show you how easy this is. So here, when you come up to the business profile, we're going to scroll down here. And if you could take a look here, this little option right here, missed call text back, just checking this box is all you need to do to turn on that nice little, hey, you missed your phone call type of connection. And you take a look here. Hey, notice that this is location name. That's the actual name of the business. So this one would be called Serenityscape Landscaping. So, hi, this is Serenityscape Landscaping. I saw that we just missed your call. How can I help? Or how can we help? So you can put whatever message you want in there, which is pretty cool. And all you have to do is check this box. And that's all you need to do for the GoHighlevel system to respond back to anybody that calls that does not go answer. If they don't pick up the phone and answer it, if it goes unanswered, then this will kick off, in which case the AI portion will start responding. And its sole purpose is to answer questions and to get them to book an appointment. So any customers that you get, typically you're going to be getting service-based customers. And with these service-based customers, what you're going to be getting is just people to want to book an appointment. Now, one of the great things about the Highlevel platform is that you also have a calendar feature built into here. Now, I'm not going to go over it. I'm going to show you the calendar feature, and you're going to be able to see how the AI can book an appointment using the calendar in this particular video. I'm going to show you how to do that. But if you want to look at the calendaring system, just take a look at another video on my channel that goes over it, because it is, and it's not saying it's complicated. I just don't want to divert attention from how to just get these components set up and how quickly it is inside of the GoHighlevel platform. So right now, number 2, 3, and 4 that we just talked about, that connection point will probably take less than 5 minutes to get those set up. You click on a button, you go out, and you simply log into that particular interface. Once you're logged in, that's all you need to do, and the connection stay there permanently. You're going to come down here and turn this on, which is going to give you number 6 right here for the missed call text back. And now we're going to sit back and look at the other connection point of how easy it is to turn these on. And once we actually turn them on, then we're going to sit back and take a look at the AI system and then see how it works, communicates, and how small businesses can use it. And then we're going to start looking at pricing and packaging. So here, what we're going to do is hop back over, and inside of here, we're going to come into the sites area. Now, these sites areas where you have all the funnels, if you want to build a funnel or a website. And again, with Highlevel, you get unlimited funnels, unlimited websites. It is a cool platform. It's unlimited everything. But one of the things we're going to talk about here is this feature right up here at the top called the chat widget. So we're going to click on this. Now, there are 2 types of chat widgets inside of the GoHighlevel platform. There is a live chat widget, which we're going to be demonstrating today. And then there's a messaging or SMS chat widget, which I don't like to use with the SMS system. I'm sorry, with the AI system, because this is a little bit confusing. Let me show you what that looks like before we do it. Notice we have the SMS email chat. That's the one I'm going to take a look at. There's a live chat, and then you can even integrate WhatsApp into this if you so want to. We're only going to be focusing on the live chat today, but I want to show you why I'm going to be using the live chat and not this particular chat. So this is our sort of chat widget. This is the configuration screen that we have to go through to get the chat widget set up. But one of the things I want to show you here is what this looks like. So over here, if you take a look, and let me move over here. If over here on this side that there is a message box, you put the name, phone number, message. I don't like using this when it comes to websites that have the AI bot integrated. Now, this chatbot is great if you don't want to use AI. Again, the whole purpose of this video is to show you how you can sell businesses on AI, the benefits and things like that. But this right here reminds me of a contact form where people would leave them name and message and then expect to hear back later. I don't like using that, and that's why I'm not going to use it here on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and back out of this. I at least wanted to show you what it looks like. Notice that if we look here, there's an SMS chat widget and a live chat widget. So right now, one of the things I do want to just quickly show you is the chat widget does have to be configured, but this whole configuration is less than 10 minutes. Now, here we see we've got several different options. The cool thing about this is we can determine whether or not we want a picture or no picture on this, what kind of bubble that shows up here. There's some themes for this one, some pre-built themes. I actually am using a specific color scheme here to match the website, and you're going to take a look at that when I look at the website, and we're going to start taking a look at the AI bot and what that looks like. But one of the nice things about this is you can put your own custom welcome message. Now, notice what we've got here. I'm in the way again. I'm going to move myself back over. But this right here, if we take a look, it's going to say, hello, I am your virtual AI assistant. I can help you get answers to questions or book an appointment to get an estimate. How can I help you? So right now, right off the bat, you're already displaying a message because, again, we're going to be dealing with the landscaping company. And this may change for business to business. You would want to change this message if you're going to be dealing with a construction company or a roofing company. But for a landscaping company, one of the things they've got is they need to book pretty much a way to do an estimate. People are going to call, they're going to want an estimate on either cutting their grass or doing some landscaping work. They're going to want to come out and book a schedule, an appointment to get an estimate. And then from there, the job actually gets done. Once they sit back and actually get the job, then they get put on another calendar where they, a sort of repeating calendar where the lawn gets cut every week or 2 weeks or whatever that schedule is on a certain day at a certain time. So anyway, we're going to be programming this AI bot to specifically book appointments for estimates. That's what we're going to be doing here. So right now, some of the other things that you can look at here for the widget customizations, you can allow to have an image. You can replace this image. Notice here, I've got this nice little bot here, and I just got this off of Google. So you can have any kind of AI bot. The whole purpose of this is I'm trying not to confuse the customer. I want the customer to know that this is an AI bot, because typically if you're going to be dealing with a human, then a human's going to need time to read that message and then reply back to it. So the reply time could probably be a couple of minutes per interaction with the text messaging. So here, I wanted to sit back and let them know that we're going to be dealing with an AI system so that when the response comes back within seconds, so they get real-time information on their phone, and it comes back, this is where they're going to get real-time answers really quick, and it's not going to be a human responding to them. It's going to be an AI bot, which is, again, trying to just simply be upfront and just let them know that right off the bat. Now, this is pretty cool here. Notice this widget position. I could change it from, notice I've got the lower left corner. I can move it in the middle. I can put it in the bottom upper right. I can arrange this wherever I want. I like it over here in this lower left corner because I'm in the video here. And again, we've got all these other features inside the chat window, the title. You can completely customize this thing and do whatever you'd like here. So I'm not going to save any of the changes on this one here. I'm just going to back out. But I just want to let you know that once you create the widget, which again takes 5 to 10 minutes to go through and have a message and maybe pop up an image and things like that, then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here into, I'm using a funnel for this one, which looks the same as a website if you don't know. And I'm going to be using the Serenity Landscaping funnel. Now here inside of this, I'm not going to go over the website builder and the funnel builder and how all that works. But if you just come into settings, all you have to do is come down here to the chat widget area right here and just simply click and select which chat widget you want to display on the site. So once you actually build the widget, the chat widget, which we just saw, takes 5 or 10 minutes, you would actually choose, I'm going to choose a live chat on this one, which I already have, and then you would simply save it. And at that point, now this chat widget is now associated with this particular funnel page inside of the GoHighlevel platform. Now, another question that commonly we get, can you use this chat widget on a website outside of the GoHighlevel platform? You absolutely can. There is actually code that you can use for that. We're not going to take a look at it, but yes, you can. You can copy this code and use the chat widget and everything else. If they have a WordPress site or anything like that, or another website somewhere else, it's just a piece of code. You copy it and you put it on their particular site, and they can still use their existing website. And then you can use all the AI benefits and features that we're going to be talking about here. Perfect. So let's get going. Right now, what I want to do is I want to open up a new incognito window, and I'm going to go to Serenity Landscaping. Now, this right here, just again to give you guys a heads up, this template, I am going to be creating another video on the channel. It's probably going to be released, I believe, next week, but it's going to go over how to sell specifically to landscaping companies, how to make money specifically with AI and with other things. And this website design that we're going to be talking about here, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, I'm giving this away to you. So this website that you see right here is going to be, it's great. I've redesigned it. This is one of the GoHighlevel templates. I had to customize it a bit, but I'm giving this to you. Notice here in the lower left corner, we've got our AI bot. Hello, I'm your virtual AI assistant. I can help you get questions to your answers or book appointments to get an estimate. How can I help you? Now you can type a message here. This is a live chat. You can actually type a message and start getting responses back from the AI. However, we cannot do it yet because we haven't programmed the AI system for this. Now, what I did want to show you is here's the website, and we're just going to take a quick look. Notice the website is very basic: services, about us, FAQs, testimonials. We have a call to action here. We have a schedule our service button, all of the great things that websites should have. So this is really all you would need. So here's one of the cool things about this. If you want to specifically target a landscaping company, which again, the other video I'm going to put out next week or something like that is going to just check the channel, hit the bell notification, and you'll get notified whenever it comes out. But this is one of the websites I'm going to be able to give you. And if you're targeting a particular company that doesn't have a website, you can give them this website right here and customize it with their logo and things like that. But you can give them this and then start charging them for the AI and website chat widget. So if they don't have a website, then they don't have an excuse of why they can't do business with you. So right now we've got a money back guarantee, but here's one of the cool things that I wanted to look at on the site, and that's these FAQs. One of the best ways inside of the GoHighlevel platform to program or to have the AI engine learn about your business is to have a lot of frequently asked questions regarding your particular business. Now here we're going to be taking a look at, if we look here, what landscaping services do you offer? We provide a wide range of services from gardening, design, lawn care, irrigation systems. Now, you probably want to customize this depending upon the client that you have, because sometimes they may not do, for instance, irrigation systems. So you want to make sure you remove that so that the AI bot doesn't say, these are the services that we have if it's asked or so forth inside of one of the channels. How often should I mow my lawn? So again, here's another common question that you end up getting. But the great thing about this is once you have these frequently asked questions, at least out there, then the AI bot can learn, and it can actually learn from any of the other information on your website. So if you have something over irrigation systems about how you do irrigation systems or lawn cutting services, the AI bot can learn that information as well, because what I'm going to show you is that it can read your website and learn from it and then use that information on the website to actually respond back to customers' requests. Now, the website is one way you can have it learn. I'm going to show you how you can actually use a Google document and share the same Google document within multiple of your clients if you want to create a generic frequently asked questions list. I'm going to show you how to do that as well and how to program the AI engine. But this frequently asked questions, if you wanted to, you can include and make this as long as you like on the site. And this is how the AI system is going to learn. Now notice we have a customer testimonials. By the way, this is the review widget that, and again, when I say widget, a little piece of code that will go out and get all of your Google reviews from your from your customer and put them directly on their site, because you should absolutely have customer testimonials on the website for social proof. But here's just the main template. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop back over here. And what we're going to do is take a look at this. This is a document that I've created, and this right here is going to be given to you. So don't worry about that. This is going to be coming up in that video I told you about for next week. It'll be inside of my training portal, so you don't have to do anything. You're going to absolutely get this, so please don't try to retype it. But here's a list of, I went out to a bunch of different companies and collected 13 or so pages of frequently asked questions. Okay. So as you see, here's the frequently asked questions, and things like, what is the benefit of adding mulch to flower beds? Okay. People may have questions about mulch and things like that. Should I rake up leaves or mulch them into my lawn for the mower? These are all things that people could ask. So programming it doesn't hurt to overprogram the AI, because the more it knows, the better it's able to respond to certain questions. So right now, if we take a look here, we see this is a long list of that we have, that now we can actually have the AI engine read this document, and as well as we're going to have it read the website. And now I want to show you just how easy it is to program this. Now, I want to just keep this in mind and pause here for a second. I'm doing this to show you how easy the GoHighlevel platform is to program. So if you just take a look here, notice that we've got this right here, where the engine is already configured. You don't need to do anything there. You just have to teach it, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute how to do that. This 2, 3, and 4, you can do that in 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes max with the customer on a Zoom call, connect their accounts, boom, it's done. The website chat widget, you just saw, once you get the website chat widget created, 10 minutes, let's go higher, say 15 minutes. Okay, to get that chat widget created. Once you get it created, you can use the basic colors if you want to, or one of the themes, but once you do that, and you can simply either, you can create it and then copy that code to their website, or select the drop-down list if you're giving them a website inside of the GoHighlevel platform. You can do that there in just seconds. And the last thing is number 6, the myth called text back. We saw that's just the box that you need to check, and as soon as you check it, boom, that feature is turned on. So all of these things can be configured literally within 30 minutes. You can have all of this stuff set up. Now, training the AI bot, this is where I'm going to get into. So what I'm trying to show you here is I'm just trying to be realistic and just let you know, if you're doing this and you already have the frequently asked questions, which that took me about an hour to pull that document together and to read it and so forth. So if you do 1 time, 1 hour upfront to have this frequently asked questions, now you've got something you can program to everybody that's, for instance, in the landscaping niche. If you go after landscapers, then you can sit back and have one document that you can use over and over again for every landscaping client that you have. So let's take a look at Highlevel. So here what we're going to do is we're going to come into the settings, and we're going to come here to the conversation AI area. Now this is where you turn on and program the brain, if you will, the engine. So right now we've got this thing turned off here. And right now there's a suggestive mode, which I'm not going to go over and talk about here. I'm going to go right into autopilot. Now autopilot means it's on all the time, and it's going to respond to anybody that communicates on certain channels. Now let me show you how easy it is to program these channels. Notice right here, supported channels. You get a drop-down list. Instagram, Facebook, SMS. Now keep in mind, SMS is actually the missed call text back, because the missed call text back will actually start an SMS message. And when the customer replies back, then the conversation AI, or this AI piece, will actually respond back on that SMS channel. And then notice we have 2 different types of widgets. We have that one widget, the SMS chat, that gives you the name, phone number, and the message, which I didn't use and I'm not going to use on this one, but you can use the live chat. But you do have to specify which one of those that you're using. So right now I can say, yes, I want Instagram. Yes, I want Facebook. Yes, I want SMS. And yes, I want live chat. Boom. There you go. Click save. Now you've just programmed the AI to respond on all of those inputs. That's how easy it is. That just took us a few seconds. Now, there are a few other things inside of here to get configured. Right now, this autopilot mode, this right here is a wait time for responding. When somebody types in a message, how long should they wait? And you might want to give them a little bit longer, but for this particular purpose, we want this thing to respond real quickly because the video, we don't want to have it wait. So I just put it down to 3 seconds here. And what we've got is we've got a maximum of 10 messages. Now, you want to make sure that the AI bot doesn't keep talking forever, that eventually it's going to stop talking with that particular customer, because there's really no way that you need 10 interactions to make something like this happen. And here, when to put the bot to sleep, meaning if they don't get a reply back from the bot, when should the bot stop listening? And that's going to be just in 2 hours, and that can be configured. Now, here's some of the other cool things here. This bot trial, this is where you can come in and actually test your AI bot before you make it go live, if you want to, and we can look at how to do that. The bot training, this again is where we're actually going to train it, but I'm going to hop over here and go into the configure intent area. One of the things we're going to be doing here is notice there is an appointment booking, but it's disabled. So if it's disabled, then that means that the AI bot will respond with questions, but it will not be set up to book an appointment because we have not told it that we want it to do appointments. So if you just wanted to sit back and answer questions, perfect. You can have it answer questions, or if you wanted to book an appointment, you do have to turn this on. Now, right now, there are several calendars configured on this account that we've got here: irrigation system calendar, landscaping calendar, lawn maintenance. Right now, we just have scheduled an appointment. This is the calendar that we're using for our estimates. Now, there's some other options that we have here, but for the most part, that's all we want to do is we want to just sit back and turn that feature on. So now the AI bot knows that it has a calendar to look at and come back with dates and times for people to book appointments. Now, please follow me on this one here. I'm trying to walk you through all this stuff to show you how cool this is, how easy you can get this set up, and then what the final results look like on this one here. Right now, some of the cool things that I also want to sit back and let you know about is there is one downside to using the live chat, and that is it doesn't know your name, phone number, email address, any of that other stuff prior to booking an appointment. You do have to come in here to this little edit prompt, come down here to the very bottom to this area where it says conversation flow. And this is an area where it's basically just saying this bot will ask these questions before it actually books an appointment. Now, if it needs to book an appointment, obviously we need to have your name, we need to have your phone number and email address. That way, inside of the GoHighlevel platform, we can use our workflows, which again, we're not going to cover here, but workflows are all of our automation pieces. These are the pieces that say, hey, you just booked an appointment. Here's the booking time. Thank you very much. And then the day before the booking, it'll send out an email or text notification. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow for your estimate. It'll also book, it'll also send a response a couple hours ahead of time, however you want. But this workflow engine is responsible for all of the automation pieces in the back end. So this right here is where you would ask questions. And I've just got, what is your full name? What is your mobile phone number? And what is your email address? And I wanted to show this to you because you will be prompted inside of the AI bot. It will ask you these questions before it actually books an appointment, just to get the information for the appointment. And I wanted to let you know where those were coming from, where you would go in and configure them. And you would just simply click add. You would type in your question and you would come down here to the bottom and click save, cancel, whatever. But I'm just going to cancel this one because we've already got this one programmed. So now that we've got this sort of updated, we've got the bot configured to go to a certain calendar for appointments. Let's go on and take a look at the bot training. Now here, the bot training, this is a web crawler, which means that you can sit back and enter the URL, and you can choose all URLs with this one, all URLs in this domain. So what this means is that, do you want it to look at a particular page, or do you want to look at every page within that whole website? So if you have a website that has multiple pages, then you would come down here and probably select all URLs in this domain for this one. So it would scan all the pages that are on this particular site. But this right here, if we take a look, the Serenity Landscaping.com, that is the website that we looked at. That is the one that's, I believe, here. So that's the domain. And what it's going to do, it's going to sit back and read the website and then be able to answer questions based upon that website. Let's take a look here. We're going to just put in the website domain and click Get Data. Now, while this is working here, and this is only going to take a few seconds, I'm going to come back over to this one here and click on Share. So I'm going to share this one here, and I'm going to sit back and look at making this anyone with a link. And that's going to make them a viewer, which means that anybody that has this link can view the document. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here. Now that I've got a link to it, we're going to come back over here and use this exact URL. We're going to put that in here. We're going to say Get Data. So now it's going to be fetching the data from the Google document and then learning all of these questions and answers here. And this is how the programming works. So if we take a look here, we see that the landscaping, this comes from Google Documents been trained. I wonder what happened with the other one here. So let's just do Serenity Landscaping.com. Put that back in again here. Oh, I think we need requested code failed. Interesting. All right, let's go back to here and copy this. Of course, it wouldn't be a demo without having some kind of problems here, but we just look at this and say, Get Data. I just didn't think I had an S on the end of it here. But again, this right here is just going to read the website. Notice that this Google document, what did that take? Just a few seconds. And that's all it takes to sit back and learn about the site, learn about all the questions. And now that we have that, now what we can do is come back over here to this particular site. We're going to simply refresh this because we want to make sure we update the website chat widget. Now what we want to do is sit back and, hello, I'm your virtual assistant. Let's do this. Let's start asking you some questions here. Oh, before I do that, I did want to sit back and show you before you can test it this way if you wanted to, but you can come back inside of here to the bot trial and do some of the very same things here. So I want to show you this. This right here would be sample questions that somebody would be on any one of these channels. It could be coming from Facebook, could be coming from Instagram, from the website, whatever. This is a question that you could be getting and how the bot will respond. So I want to just say, do you offer lawn cutting services? And then what is it going to reply back? Yes, we do offer lawn cutting services. Our team handles mowing, trimming, and cleanups to keep your space in top condition year round. And how did it learn this? It learned this based upon the information that it read. Now we can say, how much do you charge? Let's just see what it says here. Lawn cutting costs can range from $30 to $10,000, depending on the specific services and area size. For precise rates, we provide free estimates. So again, and this is programmed in there, I was crazy. I said 30 to 10,000 because you just never know if somebody has a big yard. So right now, the bot seems to be responding pretty well here. And one of the things that we need to do is, great, can I get an estimate? Sure, we provide free estimates. We'll send a partner landscape to your property and then provide. Perfect. Okay, so here in the bot trial area that you are getting responses back from the bot and it does look like it's responding correctly. However, because this is the bot trial, we're not actually going to be able to get appointments scheduled and things like that until we actually go live with it. But this is a good place that you can come take a look and see, is the bot programmed correctly? Is it responding correctly before you actually make it go live? So let's hop back over here to the website. Click on this and let's take it through its paces here. I'm just going to be crude and just say, do you cut grass? Now I've got it set at 3 seconds. So the AI engine has to come back and give a response from what we've taught it. And then it comes back. Hi. Let's take a look here and just see how, blow this up a bit so we can see it. Yep, we do cut grass. Our team handles mowing, trimming, very similar to the message that we've got. Great. How much do you charge? Now keep this in mind. This is real time. These are customers going to your website and they're actually getting information and they don't have to call. They don't have to talk, which is beneficial because now what happens is that the owner of the business or the person behind the desk doesn't have to answer all of these questions that people would get from the website. The AI can do it for them and saving them time, energy, and money. Great. So here's the response for lawn cutting. It costs anywhere from $30 to hire. Notice it said hire. It didn't say 10,000 over there, depending on the service type. Want to book an appointment. Boom. That's right there. As soon as the AI system knows, hey, how much does it cost? Do you want to book an appointment? So great. I'm going to just say yes. Now it's going to come back and it's going to just say, it's going to take a look at the calendar that you have, and it should come back and give you some dates and times. But guess what? Before we have to book an appointment, I need to get information because right now, the AI bot does not know my name, my information, or anything like that. Right now, I'm just going to say, my name is John Smith. So that's the full name. Remember those 3 questions that we haven't asked before book an appointment? These are going to be required by Highlevel in order for you to sit back and actually book an appointment because the appointment needs to have the person's name, phone number, and email address so that all of those notifications of when your appointments are can be sent out effectively and for the company to have all of that information to be able to call the customer in case anything happens. So notice here, it actually sat back and integrated the name directly into the response. Great, John. What's your mobile phone number? Now I'm going to give it my phone number. So now it has my phone number for being able to text. Now, again, you're assuming they type it in, right? Great. It says, thanks, John. Lastly, notice that it doesn't just keep asking questions. And lastly, can we get your email address? I'm just going to make up an email address here. So now the bot knows that it needs this information, my name, my phone number, my email address. Now that it has all of that, it should sit back and look at the calendar and start having everything that it needs to book an appointment. Got it. What do you want to book for? Today, tomorrow, or another day? Isn't that nice? And look at that. Let me just look at the conversation here. This is all small businesses need to do in order to really have this AI bot work for them and have customers book an appointment all without ever talking to them. And just from the things that we've already shown, all the connection points, all of this stuff, you can set this entire thing up within an hour. Once you have all of your FAQs and things like that from the site, this thing can be set up in literally in 30 minutes if you've gotten used to it, because you saw programming the bot just took 5 or 10 seconds for it to read that document, interpret it, and then boom, it's able to perform all of these things. Let's just say today. Now then it says today, it's going to go out and look at certain times that it has and then come back and respond with certain times that you have today. So here, that was a little bit longer, but perfect. Here are some available slots for today, September 20th, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10. Okay, I'm just going to choose 10. So it's going to say 10. Now, behind the scenes, the AI bot's actually creating the appointment and doing all the things behind the scenes. You're all set, John. Your appointment is booked for September 20th at 10 a.m. See you then. Boom. At this point, the bot stops because there's nothing else to be done. And we're going to go back and take a look at how to make sure the appointment was created. And at this particular point, if you have the backend automation system set up, which again, for this particular video, we're not going to be going over the workflows and things like that, which again are very easy. I've got a whole other workflow video on my YouTube channel you can look at for this. But inside of it, this is where a text message would already be sent out to somebody saying, great, appointment has been confirmed at this particular point. And the person right now, they're talking on the website, would get a message on their phone and probably even an email saying, hey, here's the booking for this appointment, just as a reminder. Now we're going to come back over here to our calendars and we're going to take a look at our appointments. And then what we expect to see is we're going to expect to see John Smith has a confirmed appointment for this date and time, 10 a.m. and it's already scheduled and it's confirmed. So that right there is how you use the AI bot and how you can simply program it for all these connection points, train it, and get it up and going immediately. Now, you saw here how the bot worked here. Now, this extent, I want to go back to all the connection points. So right now for you've seen it for the website chat widget, this exact thing happens via text messaging with the missed call text back. It goes back and forth with Facebook Messenger. These messages go back and forth using the Messenger protocol for people communicating with you on Facebook, but the exact same message is being sent. So this exact same communication that you saw right here, all these things, it just happens over Messenger. So if it comes in, that connection point is Facebook, then GoHighlevel knows to respond back on Facebook Messenger. If it comes in on Instagram, then it knows to reply back on Instagram, but it uses the AI engine that you saw here with the exact same training to reply back to these people, respond and interact with them. So the customer never has to deal with their social media again. They never have to respond to all the people communicating with them on their particular channels. They don't have to worry about that. They don't have to worry about if they miss a phone call, they're going to lose value. They don't have to worry about if people go to the website and try to communicate with them. All of these bookings, they just start getting appointment after appointment after appointment. That's what they start seeing, which to them generates revenue. Now, if you're helping them generate revenue with less work and less effort, now you can start charging them for that service. Now, speaking of charges, let's hop in and take a look at how you should package some of these things. So right now, this is just something that I've created for you to think about, okay? You can adjust this, you can do whatever you want to. This is going to be your business. You can price this however you want. But right now, I would sit back and do things like have packages, okay? Because what we talked about is a lot of different things, okay? So right now, we've got package one. Let's just say we're gonna price in at $247. What does that include? What do they get for $247? And this is a month. So $247 per month. So they get the AI engine and programmed for their business, the one that we just saw, programmed in all of about 20 seconds. Once you have everything you need, you're going to give them the website chat widget. So if they don't have a website, then give them a website. Again, if you're going to be targeting landscapers, I'm giving you that whole website that you just saw for free that you can sit back and customize for them, change colors, very easy to do inside of the designer, but give them a website. And now that they have a website, now they can buy this package with the website chat widget and the AI bot. And you can even give them the Facebook and Instagram integrations and those channels as well. So that's what they get. All of their social media automatically responded to, their websites automatically responded to, all for this package of $247. Now, if you wanted to, yes, you could reduce the price, but what I want to help you understand is how much is their time worth? If you're saving all the time of helping them answer questions, respond to things, and never missing a lead, how many more customers are they going to be getting because you put this in place? A lot. So that's one of the things to consider. $247 for a landscaping company, that's easily just, if you can get them one customer, just one customer a month is going to be worth at least $247, not including the potentially half hour or even hours of time that you're saving the owner or the person in the front desk from having to answer the phone and answer all these questions that people have and manually scheduling the appointment. They're going to be getting that, and you're going to be getting all of that back-end automation appointment setting stuff that we talked about. Now, keep in mind, if you're a landscaping company, and I'm just using landscaping because that's what we've been doing here, you're already going to have some kind of a scheduling software or some other software that you may be using that you're paying for. Guess what? What if you don't need that software? What if you don't need that calendar scheduling software to do what you need to do? That $247 could include calendar, the workflow automation, the automate pieces that we talked about here. That can be programmed in and given to them again with a $247 base price. So you can extend that if you like. So let's move on here. Package number 2 is $397. Now keep in mind, we just jumped here about $150. But now what we've got here for $150, they get package 2, which includes everything in package 1, and they get the missed call text back. Now keep this in mind, guys. The missed call text back is where they never miss a phone call. Okay. So people are calling them, then obviously they're wanting their services. So if you can help them, again, get that one customer, or in this case, maybe even two, but now for $397 a month, you're monitoring all their phone calls, their website, the Facebook, all the social media integrations. You're monitoring all of those. Okay. So that right there is huge for $397 a month. Now you can have another package if you want to, where you can have everything in package 2, and you can include reputation management. Now, I know I didn't show you reputation management here, and I will show you just very quickly, but one of the other big problems that these companies have that you can use AI for inside of the GoHighlevel platform is how to actually respond to any of the Google reviews that they get. So let's just say you book an appointment for an estimate, or so they go out and you book an appointment, you do some work. The Highlevel platform, and again, I have a whole other video on reputation management. You feel free to take a look at it here. I just don't have all the time in this video to go over all of that. But what if you could send a text message or email out to your customer saying, hey, thank you for being our customer. Hey, would you mind leaving us a Google review? Okay. And all of that's automated. As soon as the appointment's done, as soon as you cut their grass, as soon as you finish their gardening or their leaf removal or irrigation or whatever it is that you do, this, let's just say an hour later, the Highlevel platform can be programmed to send them a text message and an email saying, hey, we appreciate your business. Thanks so much. And it was a pleasure serving you. Please leave us a Google review. And you give them a link to the Google review. Now, here's one of the things that inside of the Highlevel platform, the Google review link is automatically generated once you connect up to that Google business profile. Remember that when we connected up using the integrations area where you can click on Google and just log in? Once you have that, you automatically have the login to go and leave a Google review, which is what the GoHighlevel system uses to send to these people. And then when, let's just say you get a text message, you click on the link, they go out and they go, hey, 5 stars, these people were great. They showed up on time. They did everything. They click submit. Then that leaves a review on your system. One of the other things that Google likes is for you to not only get reviews, but you to also respond to those reviews automatically, or not automatically, but respond to those reviews, because if you don't respond to the reviews, then Google thinks that you're not using their Google business. This right here is where you can use AI inside of the GoHighlevel platform to respond to that. Now, I will take a quick minute, but just before we leave here, if you want to include, this is where you can go from $397 to $497. Now, all of these, keep them $150 to monitor your phone all month. That's dirt cheap. Another $100 to get Google reviews. Let's just say you're doing 10 people a week and you're getting half of those in Google reviews. You're getting 5 Google reviews every week. That's 20 a month. And this is on autopilot. Once you set this up, this is nothing that has to be done by the owner. This happens automatically. So again, for $500 a month, you're giving them not only the customers monitoring their phone calls, but you're also building their reviews, which in turn helps them get more. So here, if we just take a quick look here, I'm going to go down here. There is a reputation area here on the menu. If you take a look, this reputation, just real quickly, this is where you can look at your dashboard of how many people received your requests and how many people replied back and what your rating is and all that other kind of good stuff. I want to come over here to the settings area and show you this right here looks very similar to the conversation AI piece where we just started. Now, here's where you sit back and you would turn on the auto responses, and you would simply choose, you can monitor Google and Facebook because you get reviews on both. So it's just, if you get a review on Facebook, the same thing fires back and leaves an auto response on Facebook and so forth. Now, here's where you can say auto response time. You could say, hey, I only want to do this for 4 stars and above, or for whatever. You might not want to auto respond for some of these lower ones because you might want to call them and see what happened if they left you a bad review to maybe get them to change it. The wait time, so you can say an hour, just give it like 1 hour of time to reply back. So once you do this and click save, that's it. That is all you have to do here. Now this right here, again, another minute, 1 minute to configure this review AI feature inside of here. And once you do that, then you can start charging your customer another $100 a month in a package to get $497. Now, if you take a look at this, you can mix and match packages here. But keep in mind, if you, no matter what niche you want to go out and target, small businesses need these services. And right now, there are other things inside of Highlevel that you can offer them, that you can build and package and charge them for, but we're not talking about that right now. You can always extend your services. Once you get people signed up, you can offer them like social media management. If you want to create posts and do things like that, you can manage their social media for them if you wanted to, and you can charge them another couple $100 a month for that. But the whole purpose of this is that these small businesses aren't paying for these services anyway. They're paying for a calendaring service. They're paying for a website. They may not be paying for a website chat widget, or they may, but the chat widget is manual. It doesn't have an AI engine behind it to automatically reply, and it counts on the owners replying to that, and before that person on the website actually gets a response, which could be hours later. So do you see how bad that is? So this right here is a way that you can easily contact companies, help solve their business problems, and do so while you're making money every month. And keep in mind, this is monthly recurring revenue that you're getting for them every single month. Now, they're going to be looking at your service like a utility bill, just like the electric bill that they get every month. They know they need this for their services. They're going to see the value of this, and they're going to keep paying you every single month. So all you have to do is contact people, explain to them how that you can help them, charge them for their packages, put stuff in place, or even have a website like this, for instance, that's already set up that has the AI engine that people can look at and see how cool that is and say, hey, would you like a website like this? I can give you this website. I can even start charging you for the website chat widget here and have it automatically respond. You go test it. Go and start asking some questions, and it'll help, and it'll book an appointment to you. So you can actually send them to this website, which is live, by the way, and help them understand the power of this and how it works. So guys, I hope you found this very useful. If you did, click on the like button, leave me a comment. I always appreciate your support. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I am looking to grow. And remember, all of this is using the GoHighlevel platform. If you do not have the GoHighlevel account yet, click on my affiliate link below. You do get a 30-day free trial. If you already are a high-level platform user, but you have one of the lower plans, and you're looking to upgrade to Agency Pro, click on my link too. There's a link in there to upgrade to the Agency Pro plan. Once you do, I give you a ton of other benefits. I give you personal coaching. I give you a bunch of other training that's going to help you be successful inside the GoHighlevel platform. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.